Yes.
How are you?
I have been doing good, Bila.
Okay.
How about you and all?
We are also good. We are going live.
Okay.
Okay. So now we are perfectly live. Namo Buddhaya Kalpana ji. Okay. So what shall we discuss? Lasanta, what you need to do is you need to tell me what exactly you wanted in that, and then we can start on it.
Now we last on that day when
Aura, regarding aura. Yes.
Okay, on that day I like to know something about the Gati akarshana. So we have been discussing something, but I think you have some new experience and new knowledge about Gati akarshana. I know something about how this Gati is. I mean, the akarshana, I don't know the English term for that. And
Attraction. Attraction.
Yeah, attraction of the Gati. But I want to learn it something in detail. So if you please explain.
No. I need further detail on the Gati Akarshan so that everybody is going to benefit, and then I can tell you that.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Now, Vilas, I expect actually from you, if you explain me, it is better. So what I know is it is not much information. I know something when your mind, how can I say that, on that day you explained about the vijnanic process in details. So I was really happy to hear that. Usually we are talking about something in this eye and this nose and this ear and this mouth, but something you know that when we discuss Dhamma and when we study Dhamma, as you said, it is actually this eye is when we compare the action it does, it's very simple thing. I mean the karmic, how can I say that, the vipaka process only done by this eye, but the big process is done by the eye, which is at the Hadevatu, where but it cannot be seen. That is the problem. So that's, I mean that we have to have a great understanding, and we have to have a good trust on Dhamma, then we can see. I think when someone do jhana, and when someone has the good level of experience in Dhamma, then I think he might see how this Devatu process and how the inside, or this side, not this side, but the eye in the Adevatu level, where he can perceive and he can penetrate how it happens. But in my understanding is this. But basically, I pay attention to the anicca, dukkha, anatta in everywhere. So when I live day in, day out, when a particular object comes to me, I penetrate it through anicca, dukkha, anatta, where I can come to particular, how can I say that, so I know that when it starts as a karmic process, I mean the vipaka level, so I am the person who turn it to new karma, or if I can stop it, then I don't worry about. So, but most of the thing, without our knowing, we will develop so many new karmic process. Actually, when we are living in this society, the pleasurable things, the pleasure, which is called the ashwad in Sinhalese. So this ashwad drives us, and it is very difficult to penetrate. But if you have a good samadhi, you know that this ashwada always drives us into different levels. So that is what we call as the kaya dhamma. Always it goes to the kaya dhamma. But you know that, for example, if you eat something, you know that we have hunger. I mean, we have to eat something to survive this life. But you know that in Sinhalese, in Sri Lankan, we can live by eating rice and coconut sambal. That is enough. That is too much enough to survive this life. Even if you eat 365 days of the year, coconut sambal and rice, you can live without any problem. You need not to get more energy, more vitamin, or other things. But people do not do like that. People want to eat different things. They would like to eat different tastes things. They would like to eat meat, fish, and some other food item. So that's mean that pleasurable actions, that pleasure which drives the people into the Kredam. So that's when people are going downward direction. But we can't penetrate, we can't see that. But if you have a good Dhamma understanding, where you can see this, I mean, when you eat something, and for example, if you go to a restaurant and if you eat something and actually another day you want to go, then you want to go actually different restaurant. So this process, which is called the ashwada, this is never ending process. You want to go to different restaurant in your lifetime. That's mean without your understanding, without your knowing, you create this I once again. You create this term. So that is a different process actually, which is called the paticca samuppada. According to the paticca samuppada, you are making paticca samuppada cycles, and you are making a rebirth cycle, which is very dangerous rebirth cycles you are making. You are processing, but you can't see it. You don't know it. You need a wisdom to see this. You need a great wisdom to penetrate these things. So in this case, we'll ask when we make this life into different gati. For example, if you are eating too much and if you want to eat something, if you use alcohol or something like that, what happens? Then you are in a particular gati nature. At that time, you know that some kind of sentient beings in different level, they can attract to your gati because you are making a suitable gati, some same gati. Then actually at that time, if you make it a particular level, that other that other existence, some people, some beings, so then they connect to you. Then they can drive you in different levels. So that can be happen. That is what I have understood. And I would like if you explain it, giving some examples and some Dhamma and Lord Buddha's teaching and all, that is nice. I would like to hear from you actually.
Sure, thank you, Lasanta, for that explanation. Yes, it is right. It is this way. So for those, Lasanta, you can mute your microphone. Yeah, thank you. What you said is very right, and Buddha Dhamma goes into very great detail about this. So for those people who don't know about Gati, Gati has two things. One is it's a habit pattern, what a person will do due to his sankhara, and another thing is that it creates a destiny. It does two things. So the Sanskrit Pali meaning of Gati is to decide upon where you want to go. Okay, so we always have that. So when we take it as energy, let's say, and we take it as matter on one side and energy on another side, matter doesn't pick up the energy, but energy picks up the matter. So always it is the mind which takes care of the matter, not the matter by itself. So everything that is created in this world, any invention, any kind of, including table, chair, computer, even to a Buddha statue or whatever, that all have come in the mind. They have not come in the material. They are never coming in the material. They only come in the mind. And this body, what we have taken, is based upon the mind. It's not based upon the matter. Okay. So in science, we have already covered it. It is entropy is one, enthalpy is another. There's two things. Entropy is a way of nature where from heat it becomes cold, Just like coffee or tea or whatever, it becomes cold. So that is the Gati of that. The Gati of everything in this world is to become cold. Enthalpy is something where you give energy to it, to sustain it. Okay, this is science. Now this energy, what we are calling it as energy, is consisting of light particles. And these light particles are called a chitta in Pali, chitta also in Sanskrit. That which shines is chitta. Okay. Now what Lasanta is trying to say about Khaya Dhamma, Vaya Dhamma, Viraga Dhamma, Nirodha Dhamma and all that, if you were to see, as soon as the chitta moves away from there, that will fall down. So this is what Buddha says, arising and passing away. Meaning everything arises, that is the chitta arises, seems like staying for some time and it again falls away. Another set of chitta will arise and another fall away. Another chitta starts, they fall away. In this process, the chakku, the sota, ghana, jivha, kaya and mano gets created new all the time. So now when we say Gati, the whatever energy, the aura, what I am calling as an aura, whatever is there at that point in time is the one which attracts another set of being. Because my Gati and that Gati, they are same. So that becomes akarshana, attraction. It's get attracted. So this, in recent years, they have made it something called law of attraction. Simple. So if you have heard, you can just go on YouTube or on Google and just give law of attraction. They have a lot of stories about law of attraction, but it's true. And Buddha Dhamma talks extensively about it. What you like, what you decide. Chetana aham bhikkave kammam vadami. That means intention is the cause of kamma. And that intention is coming from chitta. And the chittas are arising due to sankhara. And sankharas are coming due to vijnana. Due to sanya. And sanya is happening because of vedana. And vedana is happening due to rupa. So rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, vijnana, if you were to see, the chitta is the one which creates all of this movement. Okay. Now there is akarshana. So what is akarshana is the moment I see Lasanta, there is an identification of nama and rupa. So the energy is having that, what I can say, attraction. Because there is a likingness of Lasanta. Okay, so when there is ichha, that is, there is liking. Either it can get into kamaraga or it can get into patigha. Meaning if I am liking someone and I get it, there is kamaraga. If I don't like it, then it is patigha. Now when these two things happens, the akarshana also changes, the energy level changes. Raga has one type of energy, the dvesha has another kind of energy. So if you look at the burner what we have, the flame, usual flame. If we were to see the yellow flame, there is only three colors: yellow, red and blue. Yellow is raga, red is dvesha, the blue color is moha. Simple. Akarshana happens on raga, dvesha, moha. That is the energy what is emitting. So yellow color light is hot, but it doesn't burn. Red color light is sharp and burns. So when you are angry, it burns immediately. You have to burn before you say something. So patigha, what we covered yesterday, Buddha says there is no Dhamma which will not burn you. when you are in patika. So you're going to strike, you're going to hit someone. So you got into that rage because it burns. Raga is something where it doesn't burn you, it heats you up. So Asubha looks at Subha because when the burning desire, that's the reason we say burning desire. The desire is burning because you really burn. You burn the desire, but the desire is actually not burning you, you are just making you hot. So we call that product as hot selling. Why? Because there is desire. Any desire is hot. Any dvesha is burning, it burns you. Okay, these are two things one need to know. The neutral, which is ignorance, or it can be moha, both taken together, is cold. Blue flame is equanimous. So if you really put a food on you are putting a cooker and you have a blue flame, it evenly makes it boil. If you have a red flame, it only burns, it doesn't heat it. If you have yellow flame, like the candle what Kalpana has put there, it only heats up. So the light what we have at home is not burning, it's heating, because it is either yellow flame or white flame. So you can touch the tube light with your hand because it doesn't burn. It's hot, but it doesn't burn. Whereas a flame, red flame, burns. Now, why am I telling you all of this is that this is how the Gati akarshana is. You follow the beings whom you like the most. So you will get only those beings in your life. What I mean to say is, if I am in moha, I'll get all of the people who are in moha. Simple. If I am in dvesha, I'll get only those people who are in dvesha. Let's say I have fought with one person in my home, like my wife or son or daughter or whatever. Now I'm driving my car or a two-wheeler, I'll get all kind of people with whom I'm going to fight. Because that is what I want. Gati akarshana. Because my aura at that point in time attracts those beings. What if I don't want it? Then what should I do? Relax. Stop the car or stop the bike. Sit down in one place. Watch the breath. Let go of the anger. Then the Gati akarshana changes because your aura has changed. And in our aura we have 7 colors, but in the flame you have only 3 colors. The original is only 3 colors. Universe has only 3 colors. We have only blue, red and yellow. And what if we want to show somebody as consciousness? They project it as blue color. Why? Because it is equanimous. So many Hindu gods like Vishnu and Shiva and so many other gods are shown in blue. The reason why they are shown in blue is because their aura is very pleasing. If you look at Krishna or Rama or any one of these, you will have blue. Some Buddha statue also will be blue in color, or they will put it in golden color. The reason why there is golden color, it's pure light. Light absorbs all the 7 colors and make it white. Okay, so we are also light particles. We, in the sense all of us sitting here, are light particles connected with the 4 elements. So that is matter. Now what happens when this matter meets energy? It changes form. Usually matter remains as matter, the energy remains as energy, but when a special thing comes which is called as kamma or karma, These two, which are not supposed to meet, they meet. And due to this meeting, the energy is hidden by the elements. Now the elements are walking. See, when I say I am walking, I am not walking. The body is walking. I can't say I am walking, but I am saying I am walking. And that is what the Chakka Sutta is all about. But it's only senses. You're saying that I'm walking, I'm seeing, I'm tasting and all that. So the energy, what we call as energy, is the one which is the consciousness, and that creates an akarshana. Depending upon which gati it is taking. 1 second. Depending upon which gati it is taking. So there is a gati which will take to the lower realm of existence. There is a gati which takes to the higher realm of existence. Depending upon the type of gati, the akarshana happens. So now the devas can interact with you, or the hell beings can interact with you, or animals can interact with you, anybody can interact with you, or even when you go to a club or you go somewhere to eat and drink or all that, in your body they can enter and enjoy. That is also possible. So that is the reason it is normally said, don't go outside after 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. or don't stay in pubs and bars and all these places beyond 1 a.m., 2 a.m. or 12 a.m. onwards, because 99% of the time your gati would have changed, your energy level would have changed. So you are literally asking those beings who don't have a body to take your body and enjoy what they wanted to enjoy. So it might so happen that a person doesn't know that he's drunk so much that he is drunk, and then gets a girl and he takes the girl to the room and does what he should not be doing, and when he wakes up he's surprised how did he ever end up being in that room. And same thing might happen with the girl, or same thing might happen with a man or a woman or whatever it is. It is generally, human body is one which everybody desires to have it, because either they can use it to go down or they can use it to go up. But you need this human body to make that. So there is always a gati akarshana, which is aura. So what we call it as aura is actually gati akarshana, depending upon the type of the mind. And all are mind. So that's the reason we say that you should have a mindset, you should have this and that, because that is what this whole gati is all about. Okay. So this is a little bit I wanted to answer to what is. It's a huge subject actually if you were to take it, but I think this much is sufficient is what I think, unless Lasanta you have further more to discuss on this. But this is the overall. So when we
Vilas, that is correct. And Vilas, you know that in literally we can talk about gati. For example, you know the doctors. Okay, the doctors never associate with beggars. The beggars associate with beggars, and the doctors try to associate with, keep company with doctors. So educated people always try to keep in touch with educated ones. They don't worry about the some kind of businessmen or some other people. So that's why that is also particular gati. I mean now, for example, I am from Sri Lanka and you all are in different parts of India. So we have a same gati. That is the reason we all are getting together today and we all are in the same Dhamma topic. So that's mean my gati is going to challenge with you all gatis. So that is why we are getting together today.
correct.
Therefore, ambulance, but this can be understood. But the problem is, for example, if someone is drinking too much, so at that time, as you said, so that's mean he's making his mind upset. Then he does not know what he does properly. So at that time, his gati is really going down, and he makes a gati in particular level of existence. at that time he is associating and some kind of beings who in the different levels of existence, they might control him. Might be, for example, some beings they are living with eating our dvesh, eating your hatred. So, some beings, I have heard that some beings they control human beings. So they want to make us angry, and they are eating our anger. So that is how they live. So therefore, this is invisible. You can't see this. But through the Buddha Dhamma, we can penetrate this, and so that means actually that we can see the danger of this life. So anatta nature can be understood really, because this everywhere we are suffering. So we are suffering, and it really teaches us the anatta of this life. No point, no use of this. Even though we try to make it good, and even though we try to make our life happy and always, but reality is that it is anicca, dukkha, and anatta. It is really anatta. So why do we associate? Why do we become this level and that level? We try to live happily always. We want to live happy. So it is said that sometimes parents advise us they ask us to study well. They ask us to go to the university. They ask us to build up a house. They ask us to have a good marriage in a good family. Then they ask us to collect some money and put them in a bank account. So they think that if I have a good marriage, if I have a good house, I have a vehicle, then I have a house and good kids and good education, good job. They think that is what we want to do in this life. So that is basically, I think, not only Sri Lanka but also everywhere parents expect from their children. So then they think that is the happy life. But actually, the pleasurable feelings, this pleasure, drives you in a different, how can I say that, even though in outwardly we see that, for example, if suppose Vilas uses a good vehicle and he is living in Bangalore in a good house, people think that that is the thing we have to do. But actually, if you see through Dhamma, then you can see that how much of Dhamma happens there. I mean, how can I say that? For example, if I am living in my area with the people and helping each other, and that I'm living happily. But what happens if I was given a particular political situation or something like that by the government or something? So then I'll have to work according to the government people. At that time, I have to use my power to, that I want to go to the parliament. So that's me. That's mean at that time now I can't associate simple people. I can't go to the temple. I can't help each other. Why? I have to do something according to the political world or the government or a parliament or something like that. So that's me. It is okay. I use so many facilities. I have a good vehicle, good people. But now I can't associate my simple people and my area people. So that's mean if in outwardly we can see that Lasanta is now he is higher. He has a superior position and he is associated with good people. But actually, what happened to me now? I don't have time to go to the temple. I don't have time to worship Lord Buddha, offer flowers, and I don't have time to penetrate anicca, dukkha, anatta. So that's mean I have deteriorated myself. So then on this is Vilas. I think if we discuss this is very important in our life. We can't see these things. We want to make always our life happy, and we want to show other people that we are living happily. We have some money, we have good job, we have vehicle and everything. But that is not. So that is not what we want to discuss actually. So it is really misguide us, and it is not the. It's not what at that time you can't see anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So that is what I want to tell you, and I think if Vilas take some time and explain this something once again using some kind of examples, that is better, Vilas.
No, I did not properly understand. See, we are talking about Gati, akarshana, and aura. So you are talking about anatta. So they are not connected. See, what really is that you become what you want. So even Buddha says you become what you think. So whatever we think. So the thing is whether we understand anicca, dukkha, anatta or not. The basic quality what the person has, even a sotapanna or a sakadagami, not anagami, but sotapanna or puttujana sotapanna and sakadagami, if we take three of them, then in the case of a puttujana he doesn't know what things are, whereas in the case of sotapanna he knows or she knows. So but yet the gati what is there, that is the destiny or the habit what they have created, will create that kind of energy. So even in the case of Visakha, she was having around so many children, still she was a sotapanna. So and she was very much interested in family life. It doesn't mean that she changed the family life to something else. No, she did not. The reason being that the gati what would be there, it's not about, even though she knows it's anatta, the akarshana or the energy vibration is such that it takes the person into that domain or that state of existence. So the chakku, the sota, ghana, jivha, kaya, manu, every moment will take the consciousness to where it wants to go. So now the consciousness has to fight to come back to where it wants. So that is the reason Buddha says that you use yoniso manasikara, don't use ayoniso manasikara. What it really means is that you change your energy level. Your basic energy level is to go towards samsara, whereas you have to fight, you in the sense of consciousness, which is conditioned consciousness, which everything is happening due to consciousness, you have to fight to pull back into yoniso manasikara, and then only you will have that reflection of what is happening. Mind will pull to where its gati is. So if it is chakku, will automatically become what it wants to be. That's the reason it is called anatta, because there is no person there. There is no person in the eye, there is no person in the object. Because of the consciousness connection, it looks like I am seeing that. So it arises and passes away. The object also arises, passes away. The eye also arises and passes away. The ear also arises, passes away. And the sound also arises, passes away. Now, why do I like a particular sight? Why do I like a particular sound? Why do I like a particular taste, touch, smell, and thought? Because of the gati. It keeps on pulling there. And when it pulls there, the consciousness just follows it. That consciousness, that vijnana which follows it, he uses a very nice term. Instead of confusing it, he says yoniso manasikara and yoniso manasikara. So we can use an English word called as thoughtful penetration or thoughtless penetration. Okay, or we can use something to do with mindful or non-mindful. So we can use any of these words to say what it really means, but it is much deeper than that. So when we use this yoniso manasikara, manasikara is the thumb, manasikara. So phassa vedana chetana, vedana sanya chetana phassa manasikara. These five. In this five, this manasikara. These four people are robbers. The witness is this manasikara. So when we say anatta, this manasikara, ayoniso manasikara says it is atta, that is self. Yoniso manasikara, if it is there, it knows that it is anatta. So vedana is anatta, sanya is anatta, chetana is anatta, phassa is anatta. That is seen. So how do we see it? In the five senses. So or 6 senses. So basically Chakku, Sota, Ghana, Jivha, Kaya and Mano. Same thing with Rupa, that is Rupa, Shabda Rupa, all of that. So basically, why does the mind or the consciousness connect these both? Because of Tanha. Vedana creates Tanha. So now that Tanha is the one which causes the connection of recognizing what it is, and that recognition is happening because of the Gati, what is there. So like in the Gati, there are two things. One is, it is the habit, what the being has made in the samsara. There is no person, but the being has made this being consisting of the Chittajakaya, Utujakaya and Kammajakaya and Karajakaya. This is what the being Gandhabba is. Now that has created this tendency, and that tendency is called as Gati, which will create a destiny for it every moment. So wherever it is catching it, it will become that. So if anger has caught it, his aura will change and it will showcase that. If it is loving kindness, that aura will change. If it is compassion, the aura will change. If it is upekha, equanimity, the aura will change. If it is selfishness, aura will change. If it is jealousy, aura will change. For every given emotions, this aura, what is there, will change. And there are different colors, combinations which come, and that is what gets attracted on the other person also. Person or being or God or whatever it is, they get attracted just like we get attracted to somebody. Just like the other day what Swati was talking about, when you were also there, Lasanta, that she was saying that I look very fresh, or whatever they were talking about. Which part of my body is fresh? What is fresh? Or what is filled with energy? Maybe I can ask Swati itself. Swati, can you open up your video and tell me, do I look energized right now or not?
Yes, you look energized. Every time. That is particular shine is there on your face.
Okay, particular what?
Shining.
Okay, particular shine is there on the face. Okay, so Lasanta, how do you answer to this?
That's been Swati likes the particular shining in Vilas' face, I think.
No.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's looking like that. It's shining. Appearance is shining.
Okay.
That means I could notice it. That shine is there, and freshness is there, and he is energetic all the time. Whatever the time you could just call him, he will be fresh. He will be talking in that energy level only. He will never find his energy has gone down.
Yeah, that is correct, and I understand, and even I think the first time we met, I told that Vilas is always
He
very.
feel tired. Throughout the day, I feel tired at the end of the day. But I never seen him that it is 8:30 and he is tired or never ever.
Yeah, yes. I totally agree with you. That is correct. And here, Vilas, what I was trying to tell at that time, Vilas, here I'll try to give my idea. Actually, I don't know how can I tell. I want to tell my understanding to you. I'll try. Vilas, what I talked was Anat. So here we are talking about energy levels. We are talking about auras. And sometimes you are happy, you release some good energy. And when you are anger, you release some other energy. And when you are equanimity, that you are releasing releasing another energy. Because this, this energy, this energy is there, and the problem is that you have heard about kamma loke vipaka vartanti vipako kamma sambhav tasma punabbhav hoti etam loke pavattati. So that is how the loka is happening again and again.
Right.
Kamma loke vipaka vartanti. So when you release energy, kamma, you do kamma, then this energy comes back to you as vipaka. Kamma loke vipaka vartanti. That vipaka kamma sambhav. That vipaka makes new kamma.
Correct.
Tasma punabbhav hoti. That happens again and again and again.
Correct.
Etan loko pavattati. That is how the world exists.
Right.
So even though we are talking about how can I say that, now we are talking about good energy, bad energy, this energy. We'll ask all these energies. Now, it is okay, you talk and you explain and this we understand. But we'll ask, what is the point of these energies? So these energies means we'll ask, we continue the work, we continue the consistency. We give a chance to consistence to come to a particular body and activate. So that is why I said this is anatta, this is useless, this is pointless.
No.
So,
no, you understood it wrong, Lasanta. Energy is going to be there, whether you like it or you don't like it, or you want it, you don't want it. That can never be removed. So it's like Vinyanam, Anidasanam, Anantam, Sabbato, Pabam. That you cannot remove, saying that, okay, I'll remove it. No, that you can't do. What you can do is you can make everything as kiriya instead of kamma. Meaning you don't have to take it as yourself. You don't have to say it is my energy. When Swati tells me that I have a good energy on me, it is her observation. And all of you might not have the same observation. Right. So if I were to ask Suyo, he might give one answer. If I ask Kalpana, she might give another answer. If I ask Shreyas, he can answer a different answer. And if I ask Preeti...
If everybody answers the same.
Yeah, 1 minute. So I will give you all the three. Okay, now, number one thing. If everybody answers the same, what it means? That means it's like that blue flame, what I was talking about, equanimous. So everybody feels the warmth. They don't feel hot, nor they feel sharpening, like penetrating. Some eyes, when they see, other person feels very irritated because it is very penetrating. It is very irritating. And when they talk, again their talk is irritating, even though they are really not irritating anyone, but their voice, the way they use their words or whatever, that becomes irritating. So if everybody says that, look, your voice, your way, your energy, blah blah, all that is very good. If I take it, then it becomes atta. So it is anatta. So you can't take that energy as your energy. It is what is coming out. Right? So everybody has aura. So you can't say I will not have aura at all. No. But what you can do is you can see where that aura is going. That you can do. Meaning, what I want to say is, with that aura, you will come to know what is your Gati, which direction it is going. And you can change the direction. You don't want that direction, you want this direction. You have to use Yoniso Manasikara so that you can come into this direction rather than going to that direction. So instead of going on to the samsara, you can come out of samsara. Using the same energy. You can use it. That's the reason what Buddha says in every sutta. Jhana Sutta, Samanna Pala Sutta, this Sutta, that Sutta, whichever Sutta we are talking about jhanas. What does he say? It is like the light. When you see that light, you can use it where you want. So he has used it to see his past lives. He has also used it to come out of the body and go wherever he wants. That you can do. But there is no way you can say that I will never have any energy at all. That is not anatta. Your association with that is anatta. Meaning I cannot call this vijnana as myself. That is the problem. The problem is when the person says that who is I, identity view, sakkaya ditti, it is, I will say vijnana is myself. I am vijnana. I am the consciousness. That is wrong because there is no you as a consciousness. It is just consciousness. But it is conditioned by the kamma, conditioned by kamma vipaka, conditioned by whatever, or by chakku or the sota, ghana, jivha, all of that. So that is what it is made up of. So now we can't say, I can't take the ownership of it, atta. Whereas it is actually anatta. So to answer to your question is that it is anatta. But what is anatta? You are taking it as you is anatta. But that doesn't mean that in the universe it doesn't exist. It does exist. When you leave it, when you don't associate with it, there is no punarbhava. Because you are not having tanha to that. Like what Preeti said, like what Swati said, that there is a lot of energy in me. If there is an attachment or rather there is a craving of having that energy, then it is wrong. Because today I have, someday I might not have it. Why? Because it is the nature. So I can't hold it. I can't say, I cannot have an upadana to that energy, saying that I will, whatever come, let me have it. No, that is wrong. So that is anatta. So when we look at the Gati akarshana, what you are talking about, Lasanta, along with the aura, both are anatta. That is true. It's not my aura. Your body also has aura, Swati body also has aura, Suyog also has aura. Every being has aura. Forget about human beings. You take a dog and you give it a test, it has aura. You take a cat, it has aura. You take any living, including a plant. You take a plant, okay, you pass it through the machine, it will show various colors. Why? Because consciousness is aura. So you can't say, no, there should not be any aura. No, you will have aura. That is not atta feeling. No, it is not atta feeling. It is consciousness, that's all. Vijnana is going to be there. Yeah, go ahead.
Certain cell energy levels. One energy level goes, then other comes, like that. Seven energy
Yes, it's there. So the 3 becomes 7 and 9 and all that. The 3 basic ones, that is blue, red and yellow, will then change into different colors. It will become green in green shade and yellow shade, and with blue and magenta and that violet, what you see, that vibgayar. When you take a prism and you pass the light and the 7 colors appear, that is what you have. Everybody has. And it emits through the matter. So you take any matter, which is 4 elements. When you pass light through matter, it comes up. Yes, Suyog. You are muted.
The person who is like Buddha Dhamma and Agni have a different energy levels.
No. Their energy levels become more and more brighter, or they go towards the becoming white. And that is the reason when we looked at the 4th jhana, what he says, it is covered in white, completely white. Why? Because that is what your aura will ultimately be. Okay. So
that is why you change it.
that one is the seventh level of energy.
Yes, that is the seventh level of energy because that is pure white light. See, it is not
Because
refracted. Yes.
the pure is absorbed everywhere.
Yes. So what happens is that instead of refraction means you split out the colors. You integrate. It becomes white. Okay, so if we look by scientific way or even Buddha Dhamma way, what he says is that when you start thinking, the colors will show up, and that's the reason we say to the person, no, I can see your color. Yesterday you were talking one thing, today you are talking another thing. Actually we do that. You don't know you're reading aura, but you are actually doing it. It's not that you are not doing it, and you yourself say that person cannot be relied at all because he keeps on changing his color.
Like chameleon.
So we say that. We say that. Why do we say that? Because we don't understand it, but we will come to know through his intent, Chetana. Chetana is intention. So based upon the Vijnana, based upon the Vedana, that is feeling, contact, Sanya, which is this one, what is that? It is a perception. Yeah, perception. Then you have Chetana, which is intention. Phassa, contact. Manasikara. This Manasikara has the color. This is the one which has the color. It can go in a wrong direction, which is called ayoniso manasikara, or it can go in a right direction, which is called yoniso manasikara. So Buddha says, if you are like going in a river and you have a boat, and the boat has to be neatly taken, otherwise it will take you somewhere. You can't blame the boat, nor you can blame the river. The river has current. So it will pull wherever it wants, it will pull. So you have to pull back. So the five senses will pull, or six senses will pull. They tell you, I am Atta, I am doing it, I am doing it. You have to pull it back saying that no, you are not doing it. So he says, Pahana, hold on, remove it, remove all those dirt things what you are getting, because your aura will change. If you allow the weeds to grow, your aura will change. If you are allowing the good flowering plant to grow, again the aura will change. The flowering plants will take you to heaven. The weeds will take you to hell. Simple. But they are only color. Meaning they are just light. And that can take this side. And that is the reason Buddha also uses one beautiful word. He says, Bhabasaram idam chittam. The chittas are shining with lights. Why? Because it shows colors. And if you are able to read the color of a person, you can find out whether the person is having Dvesha, whether he is having Raga, whether he is having Moha. And in the Samannapala Sutta also he says, what is the benefit of going into the fourth jhana? You will be able to read the mind of others. What will you read? You will read Saragam va chittam, Saragam chittam pajanati. Vidaragam va chittam, Vidaragam chittam pajanati. Sadosam va chittam, Sadosam chittam pajanati. Vidadosam va chittam, Vidadosam chittam pajanati. Not mine, that person's. Whether he is come there with Raga, you will come to know. Whether he is come with Dvesha, you will come to know. Whether he is come with Viraga, that means no Raga at all. He is perfect, pure. You will come to know. If his person is Vita Moha, Vita Dvesha, you will come to know. In fact, you all the six of you can read what I am saying. You might not know it is aura or this or that or whatever. But yet, each one of you can assess, you can find out, 90% you can find out whether this person is reliable or not reliable. How? You will read his chitta. Not knowing Buddha Dhamma way, fine. But you will still assess. Any person coming to meet you in your college or work or wherever you are going, or in the school, like Lasanta is a school teacher, he can really see the children. He can find out who is good. They have not spoken, but he can find out who is good child, who is a bad child, who is a naughty child, who is this child, who is that child. Everything he can make out because of saragam, sadosam, samoham, vitaragam, vitadosam, vitamoham. You will find out. You might not call it as aura. You might not call it as Gati, akarshana. You might not call by whatever name. I don't know Buddha Dhamma, no problem. But still you will know that with some people when you meet, you are very happy of meeting them. With some people you are unhappy of meeting them. With some people there is no difference whether you met them or not, you don't feel anything. Okay? With some people you feel very peaceful. With some people you feel very irritated. Not that they are irritating you or they are really doing some peace to you. No. Because of your energy and their energy coming together, it doesn't create a wave pattern. If it creates a wave pattern, there is, just goes up, and that creates disturbance. So why do we say I'm disturbed? Actually, you are not disturbed. The energy is disturbed. There's no you being disturbed. It's your energy getting disturbed. So when you meet a person and that person is eating your brains, just like what I am doing for the last almost 1 hour, I'm also eating your brain. But you like me eating, coming every day to giving your head and saying, okay, eat it. I'm okay. With some other person, you will say, no, I don't want anybody to eat my head. That person comes, let me run away from this door. That person, if he comes, he will talk all kind of nonsense. Actually, he's not talking nonsense. His problem is, or her problem is, the energy what she has doesn't resonate well with you, meaning it doesn't correctly meet. So we use a beautiful English word called mindset. He is not of my mindset or she is not of my mindset. Why do we use it? Actually, it is relating to manasikara. It can be yoniso manasikara or ayoniso manasikara. Normally, we use ayoniso manasikara because we are in Kamaloka. In Kamaloka, senses will pull. So I like somebody, I dislike somebody. I like this, I don't like that, or I'm neutral. So that's the reason Buddha says, first you understand Vedana. Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Atsukha, Adukkha Vedana. If you are in Sukha Vedana, you will not have Dukkha Vedana, Asukha, Dukkha Vedana. If you are in Dukkha Vedana, you will not have Sukha Vedana or Adukha, Asukha Vedana. If you are in Asukha, Dukkha Vedana, you will not have Sukha Vedana and Dukkha Vedana. Only one will be there. That one Vedana will have an energy. So you have a pattern of energy. Okay, so it has its own codification. It gives colors. Each energy gives you one particular color. Addition of all the colors is what we call as a being. It's just a color. There's no person there. It's just a color. That represents itself from the body. You might see it and say, wow, I can read aura. You might not see it, but yet you know who is what. You will know whether it is a husband or a wife or a son, daughter, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, neighbor, this person, that person. You will know. You can in fact guess, correctly guess that this person, if I rely on him, he is not a person who can be relied. Why? Because you know that person is in moha. He will not support you. let us say somebody is having jealousy, his aura will be brown, dark brown. You will automatically know in his eyes what is he seeing. And you know, somebody flatters, just congratulates you just because they want to congratulate you. There is no genuine feeling of congratulating. Ah, so nice, you got it. But internally, he's burning, saying that how did he get it? When he is burning, you can see from his ears. Simple. You can see his ears. It will turn red. Even if a dark person, it will turn red. One thing. Second, you see girl or a male, look at the hairs. They stand up like this when the person is having jealousy. Okay? Then his eyes, he will not see eye to eye. He will be looking down. Okay? Look at the tip of his nose. He will be scratching. Okay? Then what all you can see? Then you can see his lips. He will be doing like this. If he is jealous, he will be doing like this. Why? Because he is licking it. You can see that much in the face itself. Then hands, then thighs, then his legs, then how he walks or she walks. And female, beautiful, you can find out whether she is jealous or not. Look at her back and look at her buttock region. You will find out 100% you can say, this woman came to my home, she got jealous. Okay, that is the aura. You might not know how to study the aura. You are not seeing that light and this color, that color. No need. Just watch their face. Sufficient. Why you should look at whether this 2 inches gap is there and this much color is coming or that much color is coming. You will come to know whether person is genuine or not genuine. Simple. How do you come to know? Genuine person will not carry any negative aura. What are the negative auras? All dark colors aura are negative. What is a positive aura? All white color, bright colors are positive. But when I say that, you need to also understand these auras have raga in that. Little bit of dvesha is there, so irritation is going to be there. And moha is there, even if it is light. So what Buddha says, that is not the place to go. Make it white. Yoniso manasikara would make it white. When you have white, you are pure. And he says in even Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, he talks about it is like you have put gold and it starts to shine. That is the one called as the neutral consciousness. And knowing that is what it is all about. You should know that. And that is the reason even in what we looked at the Chula Vedala Sutta, that Dhammadina explains. That person doesn't know the neutrality and that is ignorance. Knowing that is vijja. Why? Because it turns white. What is Puttujana? Who is dark? He doesn't understand anything. So what's the difference between Arhat and a Puttujana? Puttujana energy is pure, bright energy. Wherever the person goes, he is happy. Everybody is happy looking at him. And how do you come to know? In that Metta Sutta, he says, one of that is, you will have a very bright complexion. Simple. Now what she said, Swati said, there's a shine. It's not the shine of my, what is that, grease or, some cream or whatever. It's a natural shine. Now how did that shine come? The more you practice Dhamma, the more shine it comes. Simple. It's a demonstrable. It is not something we can do anything about. It is just demonstrable. So What we need to know is, instead of knowing this light form, if that is difficult, Buddha says don't worry about all of that. Just worry on anicca, dukkha, anatta nature. That is tilakkana. Don't worry about all of this. There are many things you can know. Why should you know that? Leave it. Work out on anicca nature, dukkha nature, anatta nature. You will get that. See, somebody sees you and says that, how come you are so bright? Can you tell me what did you do? You will say, I am doing anicca nature, anatta nature and dukkha nature in everything. Oh, with that you will get this brightness. Yes, because that is, you don't know what is really happening on the backside, which you don't have to know. So we don't have to go into so much of detail. That's the reason, Lasanta, I didn't want to open this topic, because it's a most interesting topic, because everybody wants to know their aura. What is that I make? How am I made of? Whether my energy is good energy, bad energy, this energy, that energy. And Buddha, that is the reason he said there are many things which you don't know, which is not important to know. So he told very clearly, he took one leaf and he said, showed a tree. How many leaves are there in that? Many. What I have taught you is only this leaf. What I have not taught you is this tree. Now the question comes, do you really require to know the tree? No. Knowing one thing, will you know the entire tree? Yes. What is that one thing? Take two things. One is anicca, dukkha, anatta, one is paticca samutpada. That's all what you need to know. You don't have to know jhana, you don't have to know this, that. Automatically all this will happen. That's all. So what you are explaining, Lasanta, is perfect. You have to do the anatta nature in everything. But you need to know that energy, what is consciousness, is going to be there, whether you like it or you dislike it. The only thing we all need to know is this consciousness, that is this my consciousness or your consciousness or Preeti's consciousness, Swati consciousness, is conditioned. It's not unconditioned. It is not anidassanam. It is dassanam. And that is the problem. What is the problem? The problem is, looking at my face right now, I will start to think that it is my face. First problem. Second problem, I am this much tall and this much wide. Biggest problem now. Okay. Third problem, varna, color, rasa, how do I look internally, shining and all that. Gandha, the smell what my body produces. Oja, the nutrition, which is craving. Tanha. So tanha jayati soko. That means all the time I'm in soka, because this color will go away. The eyes, the shine on the eyes will go away. And one day this body itself goes away. Nothing that I can do. So Buddha says, look, as long as the consciousness is appearing in this body, everything is working. When the consciousness departs, what is working? Where is the height? Where is the width? Where is this? Where is that? Nothing is there. So you have to leave out that Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. Who? The consciousness attachment to these four and the other things. So then it becomes Anidassanam. Now when it is Anidassana, again Chula Vedala Sutta, Dhammadina is asked by Visakha. When you go to Sanya Vedete Nirodha, then what happens? How will he come to know? She says there is no coming to know or anything. He will not think, I have now gone, I am now in Sanya Vedete Nirodha, nothing like that. Then he asks question, how will he come back? Then she says, there's nothing like you go and you come back. There's nothing going and coming back. Why? Because it is Anidassana. So she uses three words. One is Sunya. or shunya. Okay, then anidasan, that is undirected, there is no direction at all. And when there is no direction, it is just pure vijnana, or in fact it is pure chitta, without any shaking, any movement from chitta to vijnana. That pure light is white as aura. If by chance you become that, anybody seeing you, you have so much of power to attract everyone, all beings, whether it is an animal or a plant or what I can say, we can take a tree, we can take fishes or amphibians, elephant, tiger, lion, whatever, because they all are consciousness only anyway. So you become so nice because you can only now apply metta. Maitri, metta, that is Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. That's all. So when you have that, what happens? You will become either blue color, which is actually avijja but is vijja, or you will turn totally white. Now, if you become perfect blue, what happens? You can pass through every given thing, meaning there is nothing called you can pass through walls, you can pass through space. And he says you can stroke the sun with your hand, you can polish that sun, and you can play with moon as though they are toys. Why? Because you have become that blue consciousness. What if you become white, beautiful? You become everything. In you, everything exists, which is true. In consciousness only everything is existing. You are not separated from consciousness, but you are now separated from consciousness because of atta bhava, anyata bhava. This, because of this, there is circling around. Vattam vattati. That is, you keep on circling like a whirlpool. The day you realize that I am not a whirlpool, your existence is gone. Then your aura is pure white. Then what is the Gati, akarshana? Nothing. It doesn't attract to anything. When it doesn't attract to anything, at the end of this body, it attains parinibbana. What it means is that it doesn't come back again. It's gone. It's like I stand in front of the river has this whirlpool, and I name it as Vilas, or somebody names it as Vilas, it's turning. When I say this person has attained Nibbana and Parinibbana, that turning stops. After that, where it went? Where did Vilas go? I don't know. I think he went inside this river. I don't know where he went. So Buddha gives a beautiful example. He says Padipo, that light, candlelight or light lamp. Now it switched off. Where did that lamp go? Now people used to ask him, where is this person getting established? For Arhat, he never said anything about where they are getting established. So one bhikkhu asked him, you say for every being, but why you are not saying for this being? Especially when that thing happens about there's one sutta, even in that Dhatu Vibhanga sutta also, about Pukkasati, and also that is Dite Matan, Sute Matan, I don't remember his name. Anyway, so that these two suttas, Buddha says, smilingly he says, he reached where he has to reach. He never said he got an existence, because they both have become arhat. So there is nothing. It's like Padipo. So in the Ratana Sutta, he exactly says that where does he go? Just like a lamp switched off. Now that aura, if somebody wants to search for that aura, where do they find? Nowhere. So if they want to find Gati akarshana, where is Gati? Not there at all. There's no destiny. There's no habit any longer. Habit was created by Raga, Dvesha, Moha. There is no longer any habit. So there is no existence. Without existence, nothing exists. Okay, 9:46 already. Hope Lasanta, I answered your question. In fact, Shreyas had another question. I don't think so. We can take it today. We will.
I have one question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
That people who are very knowledgeable or something special in them, they have their organs developed, that means ajat bahu or something like that. People look different from other people.
Yes, that also
Those
is.
who are more knowledgeable. Yes.
Yes, there can
That
be.
is also avatta, that I know, but to identify a learned person or an intelligent person, that their
No,
organs
no.
developed.
See, the thing is like this: intelligence or no intelligence is coming out of his kamma vipaka. Okay, so when somebody is born, especially from a deva loka, he enters into human realm of existence. He will have lot of special powers than what a normal human being will be having. See, actually what is like what Lasanta said was right, is that you have the Kaya Dhamma happening. So from a deva level, he's come down to human level. In the first life of being into a human level, he will still have lot of things what he has brought as a deva. He still have that brightness. So he will be having lot of knowledge. And because he starts showing it off, he keeps on going down and down and down and down and down. So it becomes Kaya Dhamma all the time. Okay, so it is very difficult to hold it. See, water is dropping like this only. This is going down step by step, step by step, step by step. That is what Kaya Dhamma is all about. So it keeps on going. So what Lasanta said is very correct. There is absolutely no difference in that. So from a Deva Loka, somebody comes, he is very pure and bright. He has lot of knowledge, lot of intelligence. But he gets caught up here because he's come here to remove his existence and completely end it. But in that he will forget, because that chitta has to come. So he get associated with the loka, like what Lasanta explained about the loka. That is also perfectly correct. So he gets associated with loka. When the loka gets associated, five senses will start pulling him into another direction from his own gati. Okay, so he will become a different than what he was supposed to be when he came into the humanly existence. So he will lose it. So in the next life, as a human being, he would have lost whatever he had got previously. So he has only less, then less, then less, then less. To, I think like what Suyog said, a doctor will be a doctor and a beggar will always assert beggar. Some people, they have lot of things, but they keep on saying, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have. And their gati is created. See, their eyes say that you don't have, ear say that you don't have, nose says that you don't have, mouth, tongue says you don't have, body says that you don't have, intellect says that you don't have, everything you don't have. So what the nature will give you is, you get what you deserve. Now you deserve, I don't want. Take it, enjoy. Next life, he's a beggar. He doesn't have anything now. Because I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have. Now the question comes, I'm a beggar. Will I keep on saying I have, I have, I have? Will I get it? Yes, in some life. Not today. Not today, because that whole karma has to be removed. Then only this will start.
But
What's that?
you
you were to tell all of us.
Oh my goodness, not today, tomorrow morning. Tomorrow we will, when we meet at 8:30, I will do that, because if I start telling about everybody's aura, you will have so much of questions. And that means I will sleep only by 11 today. So have some mercy on me. Tomorrow definitely 8:30. Tomorrow definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
Fine. Sir, Buddha imitating the various colors, not only the white color. How is imitate the different colors?
I did not understand your question.
Sir, you said that the pure color is the white color. Okay, so the Buddha imitated the different colors.
He illuminated golden color, not white.
And also the blue color and yellow color and
No.
green color, like that.
No. There are three colors what Buddha had. One is pure golden. Golden in the sense that even in the night, his body used to shine. Just like the light. First color. Second, I spoke about blue. Just like what you have, the burner. So you'll have a blue color. Whole body will be lit with blue. Okay. Third one, white color. Fourth one, yellow color. Light yellow, just like you have a lamp. So, majority of the time, if you look at the sutta, they talk about Suvarna Varna. That means golden color. And that is the reason if you look at the Buddha statue, they all make it with golden color or gold plated. Only few of them you have blue and few of them white. And otherwise light yellow will be there. So, you have these colors, and the yellow color is not dark yellow color which is of raga. No, it's a different kind of yellow color. It is like I don't know how to show that. It's very, very difficult to say what kind of yellow. So basically that person,
golden yellow color.
yeah, golden yellow color. Other than golden yellow color also there is a lighter shade of golden yellow.
Yeah. Very light.
Yes, very light.
It's a pale light.
Pale light.
Yes,
So that is also there. Yeah, that is also there. So the first person who meets him after his enlightenment sees the pale yellow color and he says, "What is that you are shining with? Who is your teacher? Who taught you this? I too want it. Tell me how." Then he says, "I myself is a teacher," and he says, "Okay, I don't want you," and he leaves away. If he had sat, he would have explained to him the Dhammacakka Pavatana Sutta. He would be the first person. Then those five Panchavagya Bhikkhu. Instead of them, this person would be the first person to get it. So, please remember, Arhat might not showcase the color. Only Samma Sambuddha can showcase the color. Nobody else. Okay. So if I become an Arhat, I might not. But what happens if I am with everyone? They would love it. But they don't know what color I am putting. Okay. Even now it is happening with all of you. Even now, as we speak, my color is getting added to you, your color is getting added to me. But the only difference here is that I am not getting worked by your color, but you are getting worked by my color. Simple. So whose energy is high? Mine or yours? Simple. If you think that my energy is very high, that means I have higher color or higher aura. If I am going and getting attached to you, means you have better aura than my aura. That's very simple way of looking at it. But that is an attachment. So if you want to detach it, you should know this exists, but you are not the aura. And you have to get out of it. Raga, Dvesha, Moha, when it goes, it becomes pure white or light pale yellow or golden color or blue color. And again, this is not applicable for Arhat. Whether it happens or not, nobody knows, because there are so many Arhats in the Buddha Shasana. Only 2 of them were able to showcase it all the time. One is Moggallana, one is Sariputta. Nobody else. All others were Arhat, including Upali was Arhat. Mahanama was Arhat, but they never showcased any color. Even Dhammadinna, she never. That's the reason Visakha went and asked so many questions. Okay. All right. Good night. Namo
In
Buddhaya.
Samanyapada Sutta,
Yeah.
the Buddha said that the Sariputta, how your color is so bright.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because he was able to see it, and Sariputta was able to display it. It is about just like a peacock will display its feathers. You display the color. Am I displaying my color? No. I should know that I am displaying the color. I don't have that ability now. You might see me full of light intensity or whatever it is, like what Swati explained. That's a max you can see of me. What if you were able to see me without, if I switch off the light and you can see this whole body filled with light? That is how it will be. So there is no darkness for them. See, Buddha, when he was walking in the forest, it used to lit. And why that? There is this Mangala Sutta. In that, if you have read it, that Deva comes with that light. Have you gone through that Mangala Sutta? So yes. So it says that Varna, that bright color Deva, came and sat in front of Buddha. Correct?
Yes.
So it was able to show it, right? Otherwise,
Is it like C14 ratio is more there?
what is that?
Radioactive C14 ratio, C12 to C14
Yes, it is more.
ratio, radioactive.
Yes, it is correct. So it will ultimately fit into science. I am not disputing that, but that is how it works. So we all have auras. Okay, Namo Buddhaya. Thank you so much.
Namo Buddhaya, sir. So, thank you so much, sir.
No problem.
Nice discussion.
Sure. Thank you. Bye.
Dhamma.
Yeah, Namo Buddhaya. Good night. Bye, Lasanta. We will again meet tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, Tiruvan Sarnai. Bye.
Thiruvan Sarnai.